Welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Wiryawan and we're here at another countryside restaurant to have a quick lunch with my family and my wife as well. This is like a theme in this everyday photography vlog, having lunch or dinner at the countryside, because I just love the quiet, peaceful kind of surroundings compared to the hustling, bustling, busy city life. And I thought I want to squeeze a little bit of photography time here. As you can see behind me, that's a really beautiful paddy field. It's just so nice, and then it's currently watered down, so you can see a little bit of water reflection right there on the paddy field, and I kind of enjoy that. So today I will do a little bit of quick landscape scenery photography using my Micro Four Thirds camera, and this is part of my everyday photography vlog. You can check the vlogs up here. I will put the link on the card, and you can watch all of the other vlogs as well. So in terms of photography gear, I'm keeping it simple today. Just the Panasonic GX85 with the kit lens 12 to 32mm f3.5 to f5.6, Olympus 45mm f1.8, and Laowa 7.5mm. So yeah, let's start shooting something. Alright, so we potentially found a composition here. I kind of like this kind of plant right here with the paddy field, and yeah, these last few days I'm really obsessed about paddy fields. So we're going to try to capture this picture. I'm using the Panasonic GX85 with the 12 to 32mm kit lens, and I'm in manual right now because I want to be in control of every single aspect of the exposure. I'm currently at f5.6, 500 shutter speed, ISO is 200, and I'm going to try to focus on this plant and try to use the paddy field and the houses behind as sort of a foreground. But later on I would like to try to do focus bracketing as well, so we'll have to see how it turns out. So let's try to get this picture first. So as usual, vertical composition. I'm really a big fan of vertical composition. Not so bad, not so bad, but I think I kind of want to have the plant a little bit lower, not too prominent, just sort of as a foreground, maybe something like this. Alright, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but we'll try to see. Okay, so now I want to do the focus bracketing thing. So it's gonna take 3 pictures with a different focus adjustment. So yeah, let's try. Yep, 3 pictures. I'm moving a little bit. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna try to adjust the camera here so that you can see, hopefully. And yeah, something like this. I don't really want that much of the sky. I want more of the paddy field. Alright, I think we got it. I'm gonna try one more time, a little bit closer to the plant, just sort of as a foreground. Alright, that's nice. So I potentially found something still at the same place, at the same spot right here, and I found this plant right here, these leaves, and also I want to get a similar composition involving the paddy field as well as the houses, and also a little bit of the sky, still with the GX85 and 12 to 32, still with the same exposure. I'm at f5.6, 500 shutter speed, and ISO 200. This time I will try without the focus bracket first, just to see the overall thing, how it's going on. And yeah, I think it's a nice composition. Let's try. Yep, I don't know if I like it or not, but we'll just try right here. The paddy field looks really nice right now with the water filling the paddy field. Another potential composition right here. I saw that little hut right there. It kind of looks interesting, and I want to involve as much of the paddy field as possible. So let's try to capture that. I'm still with the same gear. I'm using the 12 to 32mm GX85 manual, and I'm at 32mm right now. Let's try how it turns out. Yeah, the hut is a little bit too far, but I think it makes a really nice sort of focal point in my picture. Maybe I will use longer lens if possible. I hope you can see what happens in the camera. So I'm just trying to focus on the hut right there. not too much of the sky, more of the paddy field. Looks kind of nice. Right, I'm gonna try to find something else. Alright, so I think I wanna try to use the Olympus 45mm today, and yeah, I'm still at manual f5.6 to get more depth of field, shutter speed about 640 and ISO 200. Just a simple vertical composition. I'm using, as you can see on the camera right there are sort of bush right in the middle there. I want to use it as a focal point with the houses behind as sort of a background, and I want more of the paddy field as a foreground. Let's try to compose right here. I hope you can see the camera, and yeah, maybe something like this. I don't need too much of the sky. I want to focus more on the paddy field, the plants and the building. Yep, something like that, quite simple. I want to retry to capture the hut right there with the 45. It's not gonna be too different from the 32mm, but we'll see. Yeah, just about 1/3 on the top of the image, like so. I'm focusing and recomposing here. More of the paddy field I think would be better. Yep, something like that. Yep, maybe. So I want to retry this wide angle composition involving the plant that I photographed earlier right there, and also the paddy field and the building behind, but this time I want to use an ultra wide. So I'm switching to Laowa 7.5mm. I'm at 5.6 and I am also at full manual, so I got shutter speed at about 800 and ISO 200. So I'm going to try to just focus to hyperfocal. I don't really care if it's not in focus, I mean the plant down there, the foreground, but I just want to get the overall composition nice. You can see what happens in the camera, and yeah, with the wide angle lens I think we can get kind of a more dramatic look because of the distortion and the wide field of view. Something like that is really nice. Yep, I kind of enjoyed how it looks. I'm always a big fan of wide angle lens because it kind of makes the whole thing look more dramatic, and it's just overall more interesting. Now I want to try to not include too much of the foreground. I just want to use this kind of dirt on the ground as sort of the foreground rather than using that plant again. So we're just gonna have to try to use that. Maybe a little bit of that plant on the left is okay, but I want to try to avoid it now because I think it is too prominent. Now I want to try from this side. Let's try, because I found this little plants smaller than the other one. I think this makes for a better foreground, I think. Let's try. Alright, because this is a manual focus lens, we cannot really do a focus stacking. So I'm going to try to adjust the foreground focus by manually focusing, zooming in into the thing, and yeah, I think that is where it's in focus, the foreground. So I want to try to capture the foreground in focus, and then one more time with the hyperfocal. And that wraps up today's video. So that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's photography session with me, and I hope this inspires you to take more pictures and to try to go out and find something interesting to photograph every day. So please comment down below, what do you think of the pictures today? Also, don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel down below. Thank you, and see you on the next video.